Andrew Garfield is a great actor, so I don't know if Florence Pugh's acting was just so good that it overshadowed his, or his performance was just so wimpy that it just looked very weak compared to her character. And here's the review. Alright, y'all, so this is a change of pace for me because I've been covering a lot of horror movies lately, especially with it being spooky season. So, got invited to a press screening for A24 joint, We Live in Time, starring Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, the main reason I went to go see this is because of my girl Florence Pugh. I was crushing on her, alright? See, she got me stuttering. And I'm gonna say, if any of y'all was crushing on Florence Pugh, after you watch this movie, you're gonna crush on her even more. Alright? I think, matter of fact, I think you might even fall in love because on the ride home, I had like a 20-minute ride home, and I was thinking about this chick the whole way home, y'all. Her performance especially, and man, shout out to her too for being one of the few women left in Hollywood that's not afraid to take her clothes off. Because I was having a conversation with somebody, I'm like, yo, why is it lately with these movies, they have no problem showing the male anatomy, you know what I'm saying? They have no problem showing the male frontal in the back and the hairy ass and shit, you know. But I said, we don't see much women anymore. We don't see the naked female body. That's what's missing in a lot of movies now. And Florence Pugh, say what y'all want about it. I know she got slammed a lot for, I guess, what is it, Oppenheimer? When she got naked, they talked about she was like fat or something like that. Man, let me tell you something. That's all woman, all right? That is all woman, all right? Well, so I'm going to give her Florence Pugh right now, figuratively speaking, that is, and get to this movie, We Live in Time. This is a love story, but this is an A24 love story, so you already know this is not going to be a conventional love story because there's nothing conventional about A24, okay? Nothing at all. It took me a minute to get adjusted to the non-linear storytelling style here. Like I said, this is A24, nothing conventional about A24. There's no such thing as just, okay, we start here when they met and then here where things come to an end. No, they have to say, okay, we're going to take this piece from when they met, put it right here. We're going to take this piece from this part of the relationship. Then we're going to put this piece from that part of the relationship, and we're just going to scramble it all up, shuffle it all up, and then boom, we're going to give you the story. But at the end, it's all going to make sense. That's kind of how this shit played out. So this spans 10 years of this relationship and the ups and the downs and the trials and the tribulations, you know, the good and the bad, all of that stuff. Everything is covered. So, like I said, it took me a while because I'm like, damn, it jumps from one thing to another. And I'm like, I wish they would have gave us like a little subtitle like, hey, this is the year, this is where we're at. Because sometimes like, wait a minute, how did we go from, wait, wasn't she just, what the hell? It took me a minute, y'all. And it did bother me for a minute, but I say about halfway through, I got adjusted, I accepted it. And because the performances were so good, the story was so good, the pacing was good, you know what I'm saying? I had no issue with it. I'm like, okay, I'm on board now. I'm with this. I'm like, I'm in, I'm locked in, I'm engaged. Let's go. My issue with this movie, and I don't have many of them because I think this was a well-directed film, a well-written film. This is one that does stick to the ribs and very heartfelt because there were times where I could hear people in the audience like sniffling. There was a lot of, and a couple of times I was like, man, be strong, nigga, be strong. Crying, are you serious? Because it was a theater full of damn women. All right, I kind of felt out of place because here I am, this big old black dude, and there's like a whole bunch of women here. I think there was probably like 2 or 3 other dudes in there, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like really out of place. So I had to kind of man up a little bit, you know what I mean? So my issue with this movie was Andrew Garfield. And I can't believe I'm saying that because I think Andrew Garfield is a phenomenal actor. Like, look at all the roles that he's played, man, from Spider-Man to, what's that one he did where he was a writer? Damn, I forgot that shit, man. But anyways, yeah, I forgot the movie, but I remember his performance. Andrew Garfield is a great actor. So I don't know if Florence Pugh's acting was just so good that it overshadowed his, or his performance was just so wimpy that it just looked very weak compared to her character. Because I don't want to call him a simp, but it's like, dude, like he had no testosterone. Like, take a shot every time this motherfucker's eyes was welled with tears. He spent about 80% of this movie, if he wasn't crying, his eyes were shrunk wrap with tears. If you don't believe me, go watch the movie. I ain't bullshit. This motherfucker spent half of the time damn near crying, and she's the one that has to hold him up like, you know, get it together, be strong, it's all right. And I'm like, dude, like, P stand it up, man. You know, and I said that a couple of times, but sometimes I want to go back to my younger self and say the same thing, like, nigga, P standing up, because these women that have you damn weak, man. That thing between a woman's legs, that's a powerful thing, man. You know what I'm saying? There's some brothers that'll make kind of weak, man, and I was one of those brothers that it made weak, okay? Brother, P standing up, Jesus, like, it felt like she wore the pants here. It's like she was the strong one. She was the one that held it all together, and I'm like, brother, come on, you know, I wanted to like Don Corleone smack the shit out of him, like, dog, you can act like a man. What's the matter with you? But I think that's because, like I said, I think Florence Pugh just really just knocked it out the park, man. Like, don't be surprised she gets nominated for an Oscar for this movie, man. Like, when I say she knocked it out the park, like, she put her ankle in this performance. Like, she bared her soul, her body, her emotions, her heart. She put everything in this shit, and I was all for it, man. And I don't know thirsty shit, because yes, there was times when she did really look good. And, you know, look, I'm still a man, so yes, I did get thirsty a couple of times. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. But there were times she was really tugging at my heartstrings, and man, she bad. All right, Florence Pugh bad. Though I was not a fan of the method of storytelling, how they did it, but because this movie has such a charm to it, because this movie was so likable and likable characters, because you think it's just all about them, but then there are characters introduced that really bring the movie together, that just really put the extra, you know, frosting on the cake, where it's like, damn, like there's some good side characters here that should not be ignored. I don't know none of the actors' names, but they really added to the film. They really gave something to the film. But yeah, I recommend going to see this. And don't worry, fellas, if your lady drags you to go see it, man, I think you'll still like it. I think there's something in here for both men and women. But I think most men, you know what I'm saying, most alphas are going to be like, Andrew, come on, like, yo, channel your inner Spider-Man, bro, and put some fucking hair on your chest, man. Like, right now, you act like you got fucking taco meat on your chest. Get some fucking hair, nigga. Like, get it together, all right? Your woman's punking you, dog. She punking you. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, so giving it a grade, I'll give this movie, I'll give it a B+, man. I think it was a very good watch. I didn't get bored. Like I said, it had fast pacing, really dope performances, man. Florence Pugh, just give it an Oscar. She's simply amazing. No matter how tough you think you are, I think this will still, you know, tug at the heartstrings a little bit. All right, and that's it, and that's all. But if you have seen it, comment freely below. Let me know what you thought. If you like and dig this content, hit that like and subscribe, notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.